Hey everyone, Derek here with a quick news update on Splatoon 2, as a new Datamine has discovered even more information about possible upcoming updates for the game, and we want to credit Oatmeal Dome over on the Splatoon Reddit for discovering all these and compiling a list. There's a lot more Dataminers on here that all work towards this, and they're all credited in his post, but we'd be here a while if we listed each and every one of them, so be sure to check them out to recognize the work that they did, and right off the bat, spoiler warning, as these are indeed gameplay spoilers. So with all that out of the way, let's get to it. So as Oatmeal Dome himself says, he wants to reiterate that none of the following content is set in stone and could change at any time. Additionally, any of the items may be abandoned and never appear in the game at all. So the actual new content found seems to be a new ranked game mode, and this was specifically data mined by Lean to give proper credit, and in the game's files we can see that there are 5 possible modes. One for Turf War, one for Splat Zones, one for Tower Control, and one for Rainmaker. But the 5th is titled Rocket, and it's definitely a ranked game mode because its file starts with V for Victory, and it's one of Ranked Battle's internal names. There are 3 components for this mode: Object Victory Rocket, Object Victory Rocket Nozzle, and Object Victory Rocket Node. The Victory Rocket Nozzle is able to be equipped by the player, and internally it is defined as a special weapon like the Rainmaker. There is also a unique bullet type, Bullet Victory Rocket, defined for it as well. The special weapon database tells us that the Victory Rocket Nozzle has been set to have the same archetype as the Stingray, and through a database that tells the game what files to load for specific objects, they can tell that the Object Victory Rocket Nozzle has the model of a Rainmaker. That could be temporary though. In a file that defines damage rates for various inanimate objects, there is an entry for Object Victory Rocket, and this shows that the rocket can take damage. So the speculation is that the Object Victory Rocket node could be used as a way for the game to navigate an actor or object through the stage, like Salmon Run, where equivalent objects are used for the Salmonid AI. And Nintendo left a map layout file in the game which defines a testing version of the Reef, and it contains the necessary objects for this mode to run. The Object Victory Rocket is placed in an odd position as it is floating in the air. In addition, the Object Victory Rocket node objects are placed throughout the map, with one erroneously placed far below the playable area. So yeah, it kind of gives an idea of what this new mode could be like, although it's kind of hard to put together exactly what they're doing with it. But it seems to be somewhat closer to Rainmaker, just with some new rules potentially and a new objective. But yeah, it's pretty exciting that we could be seeing a new rocket mode for the game. The second thing they discovered is a possibly scrapped ranked game mode as well. When they found the testing version of the Reef with all the rocket objects, they also noticed that there were some additional objects unrelated to any of the other game modes. In one, there's an object called Object Victory Ball, and there are additional objects placed Test Object Left V Ball Goal, placed in one team's spawn area as well. There's no reference that they could find in the code for a mode with the codename of Ball, nor is it in the valid list of game modes as of version 1.0.0. However, they do know that Airball is how Nintendo refers to the balloons in single player and in Battle Dojo, so Ball could be a balloon-related game mode, not Battle Dojo. However, they also know that Nintendo uses Aqua Ball and Ink Ball along with several other items that do not have any relationships to balloons. Next up, there seems to be more evidence about playable Octarians, as last time they talked about how they found Octoboy and Oct in the game's executable and how they were not sure if they were even meant for the player type variable. Now, they have definite proof that they are. Oct was actually Oct Girl, which a compression of the executable made it look like this, and they have since acquired a tool which enables them to properly reverse engineer the binary. And since Octolings are just players controlled by AI, they have their own types beginning with Rival to distinguish them from the others. Additionally, the Octolings have an unused icon that would have been shown if they had any dialogue in the single-player campaign. However, they do want to stress that this does not confirm that Octolings will ever be playable. However, they do at least know that Nintendo, at one point in time, did put in some effort to add them to the game properly. And finally, we have a possibly scrapped special weapon. And in the internal types list of all the special weapons, there's one named Bazooka, which is never referenced anywhere else. And no, this isn't the Inkzooka, as its internal name is the Super Shot. And speaking of special weapons, the game still includes type names for all the old special weapons, Most of the code for these weapons have been removed, however. And yeah, that's everything that was data mined for Splatoon 2 and what we could possibly look forward to. It's not set in stone, but a new game mode does seem likely considering we have only old game modes so far, and it would make sense for them to add something new to get people excited. And as for playable Octolings, it would be great to have, but as they said, it's not set in stone yet. There's not enough evidence to say that they will be put in, but they were considered at one point, and who knows, maybe Marina is a leftover of that. But yeah, that's everything relevant from this major data mine, and of course we'll have a link to it in the description below so you can check it out in detail yourself. But with all that said, what do you guys think of this new data mine for Splatoon 2? Let us know in the comments, and of course be sure to subscribe to GameXplain for more on Splatoon and other things gaming as well. Until next time, bye!